This is awesome. I'm sorry, Glenn. I'm rooting for Michael, by the way. I'm just rooting for Michael's deck. I'm sorry.
I'm actually rooting for Glenn's beard. If that can
Yeah.
somehow win, I would be super, super happy. It's nice. Come on, give it some credit.
I
Joey.
love the beard.
It's a good
Absolutely.
beard.
Awesome.
So I mean, Michael is playing Blue White Miracles, which is just your pet deck.
Yeah, I love this. I love this deck. He had an awesome deck for the standard portion, Esper Control, and it won. And now he's got a really awesome deck here in Legacy. He knows the format, and I'm pretty sure he's probably played some Rug Delver lists at least once today.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people on Glenn's side, a lot of people see Glenn as, I mean, we know what Michael's capable of. He just won the Standard Open.
Yeah.
You know, he's also played in a couple Pro Tours. He has a Grand Prix top 8, and he has a couple Open top 8s as well. On Glenn's side, you guys see him as the coverage guy. He just comes over here, he does his written coverage, and calls it a weekend. Glenn's played in 3 PTs. He's won some PTQs, and he has some good finishes. I mean, completely respectable finishes. So, I mean, he's no slouch. He just doesn't get to play as much anymore. That's all. I'm not surprised to see him in the top 8 here. He's playing what is some consider to be the best deck.
Right. It's definitely one of the best decks in the format. It's a major contender.
And he's playing it. He's playing it quite well. I mean, if he
Obviously,
wasn't, he wouldn't be here.
And he's very comfortable being in that he's just chilling at work playing some Magic.
Yeah, I mean, he might as well
work.
He might as well own that tent.
Right, exactly. He's just like, yeah, I helped set up this tent most weeks. Or, you know.
Seriously though, look at that beard. So it's so nice.
Turn 1 Misty Rainforest from Glenn. And Michael goes Tundra top.
So for some of the people that don't know what's going on in Michael's deck, if you guys didn't see him play earlier, as Glenn is going to attempt to daze the Sensei's Divining Top, which is actually one of the more important cards in Michael's deck. He's Blue White Miracles. He has Temporal Mastery. He has Entreat the Angels. He has 4 Terminus. He even has 2 Banishing Strokes in his main deck. So he has a lot of miracles in his deck. Sensei's Divining Top is a way for him to turn them on and set the entire game plan up. And then he has traditional blue-white control cards like Spell Snare, like Jace the Mind Sculptor, like Counterspell, Brainstorm, all that good stuff. So keeping a top off the table by Glenn is rather important if he's able to do it, which he was.
And he was, yeah. And we're going to see Glenn replays that island. Guru Island there?
Gives away a little bit of information.
Yeah, if Michael saw the Arid Mesa, which I think he probably did.
Yeah.
Where are they? Oh, those are the top 8 lists.
Yeah.
We have so many pink papers around here. Oh, I better not lose this one. It's got our questions on it. I forgot all the questions. Alright, so Flooded Strand from Michael, and it looks like draw go, you know. So Glenn draws, plays Arid Mesa, passes back.
The nice thing about Glenn countering the top is, you know, when you counter the top, you know, it stops Michael's card manipulation between top and fetch lands and making sure I hit my land drops and all that stuff. So I don't think, you know, if top were in play, Glenn wouldn't want to play a longer game.
Mm-hmm.
But with Michael not having the top to find what he wants when he wants and be able to ensure everything, Glenn's okay, you know, kind of dragging things out a little bit now. It makes the miracles that Michael draws a little less potent, which is pretty nice. So Glenn he's deep in the tank with the Brainstorm, which is a very decision-laden card.
Where is Glenn's list?
We don't have it. That's the only one that we don't have.
That's weird. Oh, he's Blue-Red Delver.
Yeah, he's Blue-Red Delver.
That's right. He told me that earlier. Why did I forget that?
He doesn't like Nimble Mongoose and Tarmogoyf. He likes to burn you.
That's actually even cooler. I like Blue-Red Delver better than Rug Delver.
I like Rug Delver. I take offense to that.
It's okay.
I'm sure you don't care, but I don't
mind.
I like Rug Delver.
That's fine. You can like Rug Delver. I like Blue-White Miracles better than either Delver.
Oh.
And we have a Goblin Guide from Glenn Jones.
Sir
Off
Gavin.
a mountain. Basic mountain.
I mean, you don't want to get wastelanded, bro.
No. And Guide into the red zone. Belfatto, do you want to reveal, or do you... Okay. Did you not? Did you reveal? What's happening here?
Oh, he's
going to brainstorm in...
Brainstorm.
I see. Okay, that makes sense. Trigger on the stack. I'm going to brainstorm. I thought there was like a Swords to Plowshares or something coming. I'm like, wait, what?
I mean, what I believe Michael's going to do this turn, fairly obvious, is he's going to reset his brainstorm. He's going to brainstorm, set a land on top if he has one, draw the land off of
the Goblin Guide,
and then possibly sacrifice his fetch land at the end of turn to get the last card.
Yeah, get some fresh.
Yeah, to get a fresh draw step.
Yeah.
So as he's contemplating, I don't think the reveal happened just yet. Not 100% positive. I had to look away at a sheet of paper really quickly, but he is going to take 2.
Yeah, I think we both looked down at the same time during the reveal and missed the land grab. All right, so gets an island off that fetch. I think he just did exactly what you said. Pretty solid plan. You're gonna take 2 damage. May as well try to get as much value out of it as you can.
Absolutely, absolutely. I cannot agree more.
Probably wanted to cast that brainstorm at some point soon anyway. Would like to find another top. He does have 4 main deck, assuming he didn't side any out, which I wouldn't expect.
It'll be interesting to see just how reliant he is on Sensei's top without having it.
Well,
and that's hello.
Circle of Protection red and Glenn snap force.
That's something to fight over.
Yeah, that's fair. I understand. And Glenn trying to help us out here. I said Snap Force. I didn't actually mean he removed Snapcaster, but he did indeed remove Snapcaster with the Force of Will.
Yeah,
I meant just like, immediately Force of Will.
Yeah, absolutely. Ooh, he's gonna.
And it looks like, yeah, so Michael not gonna fight over it, and I think that might give something away. I don't know if Michael has very many counter spells. It looks like he has a Force.
I mean, I do see a Force, and I'm fairly sure that I see a blue card as well, so I was thinking that that's the kind of card that you do want to fight over because it's so backbreaking, but, I mean, maybe Michael has other plans down the road for that Force of Will and just for this game in general.
Alright, so Glenn untaps, draws for the turn. He's going to go ahead and swing again with that Goblin Guide.
Trigger.
And Brainstorm with the trigger on the stack again.
We're going to do the Brainstorm trick again. No fetch land this time to get maximum value, but I'm going to see if that resolves first, actually. Okay.
And Glenn gonna go ahead and Lightning Bolt in response to that Brainstorm. To the face.
Alright, so he bolts him. Glenn kind of puts his hand forward. Yeah, go ahead and Brainstorm, but you're going to take 3 before you do it.
Alright, so here the Brainstorm's resolving, right? So that's a 1. That's card 2. That's card 3. Okay, stop there. Don't keep drawing. Just saying.
No mas.
I really wonder about that Goblin Guide, like just hitting people with that lantern, just running up
with no shame.
Whack!
He doesn't care.
Hits you with a lantern. So land on top. It's a Tundra. Michael draws it, and he taps a Tundra. Swords to Plowshares. So Michael trying to avoid the lantern scars.
And he doesn't want to take any more damage because obviously Glenn's deck is built on reach with lightning bolts and other such burn spells.
He sets up a Temporal Mastery on the top of his deck with that Brainstorm, and there it is. It's a miracle. He casts Temporal Mastery off the top. Looks like Glenn is
feels like
maybe thinking about it. Okay, it's resolved.
Yep.
And Academy Ruins. 1, 2, 3 from Michael Belfatto, and looks like he is.
Okay. He's putting something back on top of the Academy Ruins.
Okay, that's what that was.
That's the Sensei's
it was
top.
the Sensei top.
Sensei's
Yeah.
top, okay.
Take my next turn. Draw its top, obviously.
It's a smooth play.
Yeah, and play Wasteland. Tap it. Play the top. Does top resolve this time? Looks like it.
Yep,
it has.
does. It's so integral to his deck, and I mean that's why the Academy Ruins is in his deck. He has some other artifacts as well, but being able to get it back and be able to set up all the miracles between Entreat and Terminus and Temporal Mastery, it's really, really good in his deck.
So Misty Rainforest from Glenn, pass the turn, and Sensei top activated, spinning like a record, baby.
Yeah, I mean, Michael is doing exactly what he wants to accomplish in this game, and I feel like this is a broken record because I was saying this all day yesterday. He wants to drag the game out as long as he possibly
That's Belfatto's
can.
style, man.
Yeah.
I love it. And top number 2. He's like, hey, got another one.
He just wants these games to go as long as possible, get everything set up via top and fetch lands and Jace the Mind Sculptor until he sets up a huge entreat the Angels to finish Glenn off with.
Glenn looks like he may not want that second top in play, or is he just want to Snapcaster Bolt here?
I feel like he's just going to want to Snapcaster Bolt here.
Okay, so it looks like he's making a decision. All right, taps 2 islands. Snapcaster Mage gets Spell Snared. And Glenn said, I'm going to bolt you with the one in my hand then.
I'm going to get this through, you hear me?
Yeah. I am striking you with lightning, and you can't do a thing about it.
Actually, 12. He doesn't really have a lot of ways to gain life in his deck, but he has the soft lock available in his deck. He has a small counterbalance package in his sideboard, 2 of those, and he can also find 2 Enlightened Tutors. So he's able to do that, and that's a huge issue for Glenn's deck because his converted mana costs on his spells are all entirely low. It's mostly 1 and 2s, and then Force Will of 5.
Yeah, counterbalance seems like a rough battle for Rug Delver, or Blue-Red Delver, I'm sorry. Rug Delver too.
Yeah, I mean, it's stuff against them as well.
A little bit of information against another deck.
Yeah. So Michael is just doing what he wants to do. He's setting things up.
Yeah, sets it up with top, draws. Apparently no miracles in the top 3, but it's or no miracles that he wants to cast anyway.
5 mana.
Yeah, because there's Entreat the Angels. Right?
It's just gonna be for 1.
Looks like it. Yeah.
Yeah, it looks to be just for 1, and
yeah, so he just made a Sarah Angel.
And he doesn't need much more than a 4/4 to be able to put Glenn on a clock. Now he still has his defenses up. He can still activate Academy Ruins.
Yep.
He can still top if he wants to. He's got plenty of options.
He can top if he wants to. Okay, so
Ben.
yeah, gonna spin the top here. Is that in response to the Snapcaster? I believe.
I believe that's in response to the Snapcaster. I'm not 100%
And,
positive because we can't hear him, but I would believe that's what it
Trying
is.
to see what's in Glenn's graveyard because he tapped his mountain this time. Not that he can't what is that? Evolving Wilds or what is that?
Oh, certainly not Evolving Wilds. I mean, there's fetch lands there.
Yeah, but what is that? Is that Misty Rainforest? It just looks funny to me.
Yeah, that's
it is
Misty
Misty.
Rainforest
Okay,
in
so
play.
it was just weird looking from the side. I didn't see the that bluish greenish that I'm used to. So it's like, why is he playing Evolving Wilds? Anyway. He was going for the Brainstorm anyway.
Yeah, so he's going to Brainstorm and put 2 cards back. One of those cards is Red Elemental Blast, which isn't going to really serve him that well right now, and just clear the top of his deck with his Misty Rainforest. Is my assumption. I could be wrong.
And so he untaps. Maybe he wants one of those. Apparently wants one.
Okay.
Draws for the turn. It's the Red Blast.
Okay. Maybe he just wants to save that for later.
Yeah. I don't blame him. I think it's a nice... The Red Blasts are extremely strong. There's so much blue in Legacy, and being able to counter a spell for 1 mana.
He's going to open himself up briefly to one of Michael's 2 Wastelands. Sure, he's not entirely thrilled about that. He'd rather have a second basic mountain, but Misty can't search for mountains, so he's going to have to maximize his use out of this volcanic island for the turn that he's going to have it.
Yeah, could we be seeing Price of Progress here?
That'd be a beating. That's for, oh my, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, if he does find a pop, it's actually lethal right now.
Yeah, if Michael can't stop it.
Yep.
And that may be exactly what he's digging for. He cracked the Misty, get a fresh top of his library.
Yeah, I think Glenn is noticing right now. He's like, I've got a small opening. I have to try to take advantage of it. If it's going to cost me a land, it costs me a land. But I have to try to win while I can.
All right. Puts a few cards back in that Brainstorm. It's hard to see what he's got besides that Red Blast. Well, taps a red. It's a lightning bolt. Or is that bolt or chain lightning?
That's a chain lightning, actually.
Yeah. They look very similar. That new version looks very similar to the new version of Bolt.
Depending on what Glenn's hand is, and I know he has a
The
red
Red Blast.
elemental blast in his hand. He has a second card as well. I don't love his tapping of mana on that, just because I mean it's a fairly safe assumption that Volcanic Island is going to die this turn. So I think if you're going to use your mana, you know, he can. If Michael decides, okay, I'm going to wasteland your thing, and then play a blue spell, you know, then he can't red blast it.
Jace the Mind Sculptor from Michael, and Red Blast from Glenn.
Should never happen.
It resolves.
Yep.
Jace goes to the yard, and no Jace for you.
Well, in for 4 at least. So that's interesting. I feel like Glenn just caught a huge break. It was, you know, a slight error on his part, in my opinion, but it didn't come back to bite him. Mm-hmm. Because I mean, if Jace is in play, he's in a world of trouble.
Right. Yeah.
Obviously.
If Michael wastes that Volcanic Island and then casts Jace, you know, in his second main or something.
Yeah.
Because obviously Glenn's just going to add mana with it.
Of course. So now we go to Glenn's turn, and I feel like there's a small race. You know, obviously that's going to be hitting for 4. The Angel's going to be hitting for 4, whereas Snapcaster's going to be hitting for 2.
Yeah, so.
But Glenn does have reach in his deck, of course, so.
Michael spinning the top. Gonna activate top. Glenn says, hold up.
Moment.
So, he wants to look at his graveyard. Okay, so the card is still on top.
Ooh.
Surgical Extraction.
Ooh,
That's
I like
spicy.
this.
Glenn Jones with the spice.
So what this is going to do is it's going to force him
To shuffle, right? That's what he's trying to do. So
well, he's going to force him to put the other top on top. Draw
Right.
that card.
right.
Okay.
So he's going to
Let's
get the
see.
card that he wanted. Looks like it's a Swords to Plowshares. It's going to Swords the Snapcaster.
Okay.
Okay, so now on the stack is the Surgical Extraction, right?
That's correct. Surgical is still
So
on
surgical,
the
surgical, I believe targeted Jace.
stack. It's either Jace or Swords to Plowshares. I'm not
it's
100% positive.
Yeah, we're gonna find out. It didn't look like it was Jace since he didn't grab that one that was kind of near the top.
Okay.
Was it Entreat?
It was either Entreat or Terminus.
It was
Okay, it's
Entreat.
the Angels.
Yeah, I mean Terminus I don't think was in the graveyard.
Yeah.
So getting rid of Michael's probably his primary win condition.
Yeah, it's between that and Jace. Now
Yeah.
Glenn just needs a way to be able to handle the 4/4 that's in play. And now
Yeah,
don't forget also, Joey, that top activation,
Is
is
still-
also
that's
still
gonna
on the
go-
stack.
That's gonna go back, and Michael's gonna go ahead and spin the top before that one goes back, so
Yeah.
he gets the card the best card of his top 3
Yeah.
before that all happens. But losing the Entreats, that's pretty big. So Glenn, with no cards in hand besides a Ponder, casts the
He's
Ponder,
got that window open again for Price of Progress, which is insane.
and he doesn't see anything he wants on the top 3. He's gonna shuffle, get a fresh random card off the top, and Glenn Jones at 10 life, Michael Belfatto at 9, and
It's a very small window that he has open, and I can't really get a good look at Michael's hand. I
Yeah.
feel like there's
Hey,
a
Michael,
Force of
tilt
Will
your
there,
hand,
but I
please.
can't tell entirely if his hand is Force of Will blue card. Glenn is giving a good shuffle right now. I'll tell you what.
yeah, if Glenn finds a way to deal with that, well, I mean, Price of Progress just wins.
Yes.
Straight up. No need to deal with the Angel, and it's a fire. Was that
Fire
Fire
Blast.
Blast? That's a
It's
way to
Fire
deal with the
Blast.
Angel.
It's
I mean,
It's a way.
It's a pricey way to
It's
deal
a
with the Angel. Okay, you know, I mean, he's at 10 right now. He can maybe draw another. It costs 6, right?
oh boy.
Oh, he's gonna go ahead and do it. Fire Blast your Angel. And
Force
blue card.
Man, his hand was Force and Spells there, so Price wasn't even an out.
So yeah, that was Price wasn't gonna work either there, and both players empty-handed. Glenn Jones just got double Stone Rained. But you know, I kind of still like the guts. I like the fact that he went for it.
I'm okay with the play.
Yeah.
I don't have a problem with the play. It's just a backbreaker.
It is kind of a backbreaker. So there's the Divining Top, and Glenn now going to 6.
Glenn going to 6, no cards in hand, no red mana.
He needs to go like, you know, price, and then red mana. Red source.
Yeah.
Some way to get red. Fetch land works too. This is a tight one. Here in the quarterfinals, SEG Columbus.
Did I miss?
It was
Okay.
the
Glenn just
top
drew and said
happened.
go.
Yeah, Glenn drew, said go. Top happened. Michael draws, attacks with Angel. Glenn is now at 2. And Glenn just drew for his turn, and I think that may be it. Yeah, that's it. Wow. I mean, I still like the play. It